time on
10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm
Mr. Body Catcher, Slaughter Gang Soul Snatcher. Ain't no regular F-150, this a fucking rap.
My good golly geez, and we are back. Woo! Yes, I have been waiting. The good Lord has foreseen the prophecy. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so excited for this game. If you've seen any of my previous videos, you know that was all practice. That was me just getting into the groove of things. The groove of, a lack of anything to do that wasn't this game. For those who couldn't tell by that intro, Death Stranding 2 is out, and it's been out for a minute, and I've been building up some footage, and it's just taking me a minute to get this whole editing thing down, and I want to do this I want to do this series justice. So with further ado, I want to give a little bit of a recap, a janky one at that, but and the game also does give some semblance of a recap itself, but mine will be funnier, I think. I don't know. I just kind of want to do a little, I don't know, it's more for me, I guess. And we'll see how that goes. It'll be kind of spoilery for the first game, and I do believe if you, are interested in this whatsoever, you should experience the first game. It holds up very well. But the pacing is, for me, everyone you've seen footage of as far as reviews goes, they're spot on. The pacing is a bit better in the second one, but that doesn't mean that the first one was exactly what it needed to be, and it pushed emotions and play. I mean, it's Hideo Kojima. The stories he likes to tell are weird and dark and sad, and it's all of that. Some of these stories you kind of have to look into more to really see not everything's told to you, and I think that's for the better in a lot of cases. So many things they don't trust you to understand or to look into things yourself. They just got to spoon feed you everything. They provide you the information, and if you're curious, you can go find it, but there is also a lot there that's just in your face as well, that you're not it's not Dark Soulsy where you just have no idea what's happening, but there is a bit of what the heck is going on here moments a lot of the time. We're gonna start off with this visual recap, and yeah, hope you like it.
Don't be so serious.
Pardon?
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Dial ready!
Just don't get...
You can't stop this thing. I can beat you. I can beat you.
Like this one. And I would always be the one to end it all, to bring about the last stranding, as I have today.
Louise. Don't leave without me! Oh, shit! You actually managed to get the goods out of there?
Thanks.
Don't be so serious.
And that's the game, baby. I mean, obviously in no order that actually makes sense, but if you've played the game. But if you haven't, you owe it yourself to, check it out. Like, I can't sum it up for you in a way that makes sense. And, I don't know, Cliff was my favorite part. I love Cliff. From beginning to end, everything Cliff is golden. You have to experience the Cliffiness of it all. I mean, one more. You got to hold up. The Goop Goat himself. But let's get into Death Stranding 2. That's why we're here. Already feeling the vibes. I feel very privileged to, to be able to have the spare time and funds to experience this, firsthand. And, I hope everyone, that's ridiculous. Of course, everyone, the world we live in, won't be able to do such things. But appreciate the little things. Appreciate that time you have. Even watching this video, as few people probably will. The fact that you have the ability to just find the time. I feel like I never have enough time to do any of the things that I want to do, but when I look at the things that I get to do, that I got a lot of time, more time than others. For those who can't experience this firsthand, I hope this is an entertaining enough, consolation prize, if you will, for simply existing and liking and subscribing like the good people you are.
Me? I've always loved porters. Through freezing rain and biting wind, across rivers, mountains, and endless deserts, they come to deliver something priceless, a glimpse of a life I've never known. They're my window, my sole connection to the outside world, and I know they'll be back again today.
-61.
I don't know how much of this music I can actually show because of YouTube stuff, so I'm just gonna like try to mask that up as best I can. But I love the music from Death Stranding 1. I'm sure it is amazing here as well. I chose to add in closed captions because there, are viewers out there who are, hearing impaired or just can't hear at all. Be able to experience the game and understand as what's going on and what's happening. And for those who can't see, I guess I should do a better job of explaining as to what scenery is going on. There's mountainous areas, beautiful sunrises, sunsets. I mean, what am I? There's not any sunsets. Well, it's a desert. I guess if you never have seen, then these words are just like you'll probably understand the concept of this. But whatever, I'm gonna shut up. I'm just gonna keep throwing in some random AI generated music, or not music, but sound effects. Oh, there's our boy. Look at him, sleeping like a baby. Oh, but the baby. Oh, the baby. Lou. Oh man. Look at that, so precious. The visuals are amazing. It looks almost like I wouldn't say like a different game, but it's so much better. Like after looking back and seeing what Death Stranding looked like, which I enjoyed at the time, but just like, recently had a look at it, and yeah, they've definitely put in some work. Let's see how. Oh boy, Sam can move. Sam is moving. Now, one of the major gameplay elements with Death Stranding is not eating dirt. Do not fall on your face. You kind of balance yourself using the left and right triggers. And here we go. No, I'm good. I'm solid. And getting from one place to the other. And look at that jump. Oh, I got some extra stuff here. Getting from one place to the other as fast as possible without damaging any of said goods on your back that you're traveling with. And you get a little scan thing, and to give you like an idea of what the terrain looks like. I'm Spider-Man. I love it. Obviously, I won't be. What is that? I won't be moving like this when I'm packed down with 1,000 pounds on my back, but I'm gonna enjoy this for right now. Oh no, not the baby. Oh, the baby. Facial reconstruction on my internet. Okay, well, I don't have the best service where I'm at here, but we got to stay connected as much as possible. Can I touch this? Oh, it hurts. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I don't need my car instead of warranty. Okay, they gave up fairly quick. Thank bejesus. I'm sorry if anyone has an arachnophobia kind of thing. I think they're hands, but they look spider-like. There's a lot of things about hands in this game. I mean, this game is about connection and like bringing people together, and hand holding is just a thing that's universally shown or felt as a way to like connect with another person. It's a greeting kind of thing, unless you don't have hands. I mean, in a lot of places, the way you just bow, to show kind of like a like respect, but handshakes pretty universal. Look at this view. I feel like the chosen one. Oh. The chosen one stumbles sometimes. We all do. Oh yeah, and the environment in this one, you get like earthquakes, floods. You have to worry about the environment way more than you do in the other. The previous game, it was more so the BTS, which will I'm sure the game will explain all that. But you had the BTS, and you had your just normal bandit type enemies. But now we have avalanches that we got to worry about. So I'm curious as to. I gotta calm little Lou down. Lou's not having it. Oh, Kojima, there's something. If something happens to this baby, and I know something's gonna happen to this baby. That's just. I've seen trailers. Kojima, the wrath that will ensue when inevitably something happens to my baby. I swear for Jesus. It's gonna be a rough time. Man, this is gonna hurt if something happens. I don't know. I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. Like, can Sam just be happy? I know it makes not a great game if Sam's happy, right? Where do you go from happiness? You have to find some kind of something. Like they said in the first Avengers movies, this didn't work without something to avenge. Man, I am really not looking forward to the sadness that will ensue when bad things happen. I mean, I kind of am in a weird way, and that's kind of why we play these, right? Is to feel something. I mean, that's why I do. I like single player narrative games for the emotions they bring out. Like, I don't have to go through it myself to have these feelings. It's kind of weird to think about it that way. But like, it's not that I want bad things to happen, but I don't know, like I don't know, back to Shakespearean times where people watched a man talk about death and sorrow and things like that, and people were already experiencing it. I don't know, I guess it's something to relate to, because we all experience bad things and to different degrees. And the baby's face, I'm gonna be what hurts this baby. I don't know how it's still alive. Is it gone? It's just like, I'm glad it's not just like a red smudge where I just landed. Let me snag me some of these yummy treats. Good. Not as good as potato Oreos, but it'll have to do. And we're off. I forgot we could pee on stuff. I'm not 100% sure what that does. I think that's how we create those crypto byte things. I don't know. Don't get me to try to explain the reasoning behind Kojima's madness. I just know I love it. At some point, I want to create something as just out there and wonky, but still beloved. Is this? I don't know. Maybe I should get into programming. I've been thinking about it. Another thing you might have noticed, I upload some AI shorts that I write the narrative of, and AI does like the voice and the what's it called? The imagery, whatever pictures are shown based on the stories that I tell, and they're pretty out there. Maybe not the weirdest thing you've ever seen, but some out there stuff for sure. But I also put out some stuff about togetherness and building communities and things like that. Maybe that's why I'm so into this game. This series, well, it's only the second game, but it represents something that, I don't know. In my heart of hearts, I feel like the world needs. That certainly needs more of. The world was a better place when, well, I was gonna say it was a better place when people were more connected, but there's always been times, and there's always gonna be times where people are just filled with random hatred, and we're encouraged to feel this way by the people who like the world the way it is, people who profit from said suffering. And, that's a lot of why I think Sam in this game is so untrusting of governments because of, he is aware of that truth. As to where it's like some people think, oh, you got to be a Democrat or Republican and like left or right. They're all the same bird. They're all making money while we suffer. No matter who it is, like, oh no, it's their fault. No, it's their fault. They're working together. The only people, oh man, the only people who aren't coming out the other side better the next year than they were the previous year is all of us, consistently, all the time, every time. And for us to fight one another or be mad at one another for who we voted for and as if it matters somehow just seems silly. I mean, voting is a great, oh dang, it's great if in a society that works. If your leaders actually care about you, then yeah, you're on the right path. I mean, you should be able to vote. Everyone should have a voice. But when your vote never counted in the first place, no matter what happens, the same people are getting the money, are you really voting? I mean, sure, we get to weigh in on some things, but essentially we're like their children, and they're our shitty parents. Or we're more like cattle. They profit us. We tell us which way to go. They tell us how to feel, what we're supposed to feel, what we're allowed to feel, how we can protest, when we're allowed to protest, when we're not allowed to protest. Like laws only really matter when they're affecting us. I mean, sure, if we go, oh man, more of these tasty little treats. It's all corrupt. It's all bananas. And all I want is my potato Oreos. Like it's the only treat that makes you say its name as it's going in and out of you. For those who don't know, we have a longtime sponsor, Legacy Plannings, who they brought us our delicious potatoy oats, potato Oreos. And they're actually coming out with a new brand, potato oh my god, holy whoa, oh no, Oreos, later on this year. And I'm excited to see what that tastes like.
Does that cream?
Yes, potato witch. We all know, add cream. We always add cream. You can't have your potato oh my god, oh no, Oreos without cream. How will you ever expect to find love without cream? Let's see if I can MacGyver my way across this little riverbed. Oh yeah, that'll do just nicely. Now watch me fuck it all the way up. Oh, see? Right on cue. Oh, drowned baby. I got a baby. I don't know how we got here, but let's try this again. Also, I'm playing this on the hardest difficulty. I don't think that affects my ability to walk across this ladder. I'm just putting it out there. Not to give myself any excuses for failure. It's just I think this game will be better in that mode for me personally. I'm not like a hardcore Souls game player or anything like that, but I remember the first game was extremely easy unless you turn it up to the hardest difficulty. And the hardest difficulty didn't feel like too hard or punishing. It actually felt just right, like, for me personally. So I'm thinking that's where I'm gonna land on this one. Also, I'm definitely not gonna upload all of my gameplay. This game gives you good incentives to do all of the side stuff, and most of that's not gonna be fun to watch. Oh man, already. Y'all wouldn't be crawling y'all asses over here if y'all knew what I was willing to do to protect this baby. All morals out the window. Just none. It's over. Are they friendly? They know they don't want this. They're not real. Of course. Or, yeah. I really like the hands on the thing. I think that would be a really cool tattoo. Just like the Death Stranding hands on your body look. I don't know, I dig it. That's why all last game we've been delivering to people in these bunkers, and we have our own. And it's got a hologram. We got our own hologrammed up. Oh man, we've moved up in the world. I think we're on the run because we took Lou. Okay, I'm just gonna have to turn that all the way down because I know that song's definitely copywritten somewhere in the world. It's unfortunate, but I get it to some extent.
Not bad, little Porter. Not bad at all.
Look at this family man. Just living the dream. Got the little photo wall thing going on. Oh man, love it. She's got so big, not even a fetus in a jar anymore. Not even kind of pickled. Pickled baby. Oh no. Oh, okay. We know who this is. Yeah. Okay, so I've seen in the previews that I thought they were like, well, let's see what's what. That's a funky security system. Like, regardless if you lived in a world with BTs or not, that would be wild to break into a house that's got all that going outside of it. Okay, well, seems like she's breaking in. I don't know why it couldn't knock. Maybe hit a doorbell or something. I don't know. I can't do that. That's how you get them void outs. Definitely can't do that. I mean, unless I guess it's a rubber bullet. I mean, you do have some time to dispose of the body, but
Who's that?
oh, he went with the pan. He went with the pan. And it makes sense. Some people might be wondering, like, why would you go for a pan instead of but in this game, dead bodies pretty much create nukes, so you kind of need to knock people out, which kind of makes the world a more peaceful place in a way.
Were you cooking?
Yeah, it's our girl Fragile. I don't know how she got in.
What are you
That
doing?
security service sucks. You just bust into the house. What is with that? What what in the world is up with that? Oh man, I've missed this. Just the random weirdness of just shoulder hands. Why? I bet it's never explained why. They're just like, why not? Why do you not have shoulder hands? That's the better question.
Wow. Lou's growing up fast. You two look good. Like a happy family.
See, I was under the impression from the ads that they were like
Here's the
raising
gift.
her together.
The finest Carol printed diamonds.
Also, she looks so much better. Like, did she find some way to reverse her age? Well, I think that's just the color it's brought up.
The corpus. In corpus, you can review the story so far, examine terminology, check the controls, and browse gameplay tips. The corpus is divided into various tabs. Use to cycle between them. Story. View the story so far in Sam's orders to date. BB. Databank. View a glossary of game terms. Tips/controls. Browse gameplay tips and view game controls. Chiral printers say, Saint One Meets. High-performance 3D printers that make use of chiral networks' cutting-edge data processing capabilities. A chiral printer can remotely output a great variety of objects, provided that you have the necessary resources and are connected to the chiral network. Medicine and living organisms cannot be printed, however, nor can one-of-a-kind objects of great personal significance. Fabricating weapons is simple with a chiral printer and has made it all too easy for anyone to acquire large quantities of arms and explosives. As such, there is concern that the prevalence of chiral printers has led to an increase in the number of armed groups and a general escalation of conflict.
I probably won't do this for all of those, but you know, some people will be interested in the lore, and of course, there are again people who can't see, and you know, might be interested into what their that weird, awkward silence is when I'm just reading something. But again, I won't be going through every single text block that shows up. I will do a good amount of them though. You know, and of course, tell me in the description if you want more or less. I don't know.
How'd you track us down?
Your neighbor got hooked up to the Chiral network. Service now extends to the whole region. I let myself in with this.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. How did you let yourself
Use
into my
Chiral
house?
printers now too.
Guess it's time we thought about moving. Maybe further south.
Yeah, if you could find me, anyone could
Surprised
find me.
you used the front door for once.
My jumping days are behind me. Overdoing it left me with some kind of syndrome. They call it jump shock.
You get...
Well, she literally just explained that, so I don't need to get into that. Also, the app that I'm using is called Speechify. If anyone has dyslexia or just wants to go over like legal documents or things like that, this is a really great tool for that. Not sponsored or anything like that. Just shout out to anyone who could use some assistance in that department.
For a drink?
Thank you, but no. I should get straight to the point.
Business, huh? I mean, for a moment there, I thought maybe you wanted to catch up.
I have a job for you. Take it, and that whole mess over how you left Bridges will be wiped from the record. You won't have to live in hiding anymore.
What about Lou?
I mean, yeah, no Lou, no deal.
That's a little more complicated.
Yeah,
We're
screw all
talking
that.
about a Bridges asset.
I'm getting Last of Us vibes all over
We'll
again.
have to work it out. Sam, you brought America together. Helped it be reborn as the UCA. But I'm afraid that Death Stranding is far from over. Humanity is still in danger. Still on the brink of extinction. Don't act like you don't see it. A lot of things changed after you went off on your own. Especially within the UCA. Bridges no longer oversees the distribution network. They withdrew once things were up and running. So your friends and co-workers all went their separate ways. And that's not all. Die Hard Man is not the president of
Oh, it's my
the
uncle,
UCA
kind
anymore.
of. Or godfather.
Prior to Death Stranding, Die Hardman was a special forces soldier in the US Army, serving under Captain Clifford Cliffinger. He was given his nickname on account of his ability to survive any situation. After USA was destroyed, Die Hardman became the commander of Bridges and dedicated his life to rebuilding America alongside President Bridget Strand. Following Bridges' death, Die Hardman supported Sam on his mission to connect North America to the Chiral network, and ICQ was established, became its first president. He has since stepped down, and his current whereabouts are unknown.
So he's why Sam can say the N-word. And also, like, saving the whole world. I feel like that, you know, gives you a pass. But that's just me. It's my opinion.
In case you're wondering who's handling distribution now, A Pass 4000 has revolutionized the whole process. It utilizes
The Automated Porter Assistance System, officially titled a PAS 4000, but commonly referred to simply as a PAS, was originally developed as a support program for porters making deliveries within the Chiral network. But the network's capacity to instantly transfer massive volumes of data meant the top was developed rapidly, and was, before long, managing and operating deliveries all on its own. As deliveries became entirely automated, Bridges withdrew from the delivery business, and private organizations, such as Fragile Express, disbanded. Porters are still required to make deliveries outside the Chiral network, however, which is why Fragile set up Drawbridge.
Chiral network to manage and carry out deliveries. Within network coverage, there's no need to rely on human porters anymore. And no need for Fragile Express, of course.
Fragile. The Death Stranding destroyed the United States, toppling its government and grinding its social infrastructure to a halt. In its place, private porters began allocating and distributing resources off their own accord. One such delivery organization was Fragile Express, founded by Fragile's father. After he died, Fragile took control and continued where he had left off, but the rise of Foppas eventually made the organization redundant, leading to its disbandment.
So after I closed up shop,
After she shut him down, open up
I
shop.
went and started a new group. One that handles work in regions outside the UCA. We decided to call ourselves Drawbridge. And we still require the services of human porters that can work outside the network. Preferably ones with dooms who can sense BTs.
Corpus Databank MPO X3X4. As strange condition first identified around the time of Death Stranding, Doom's imbued suffers with a range of abnormal powers. Although the exact nature of condition differs from person to person, one symptom common to all Doom sufferers is a strong connection with the beach and the world of the dead. Coming into contact with things related to the dead, such as BTS and chiralium, causes Doom sufferers to develop goosebump-like skin marks, a condition known as chiral rash.
Sam, I'm asking you to go to Mexico. To extend the chiral network to the south. Just like you did when you went out west.
You're asking, or is this coming from the UCA?
Both. The UCA came to Drawbridge, and now I'm coming to you. So, what do you say?
Well, personally, I say hell nah. But, I mean, I don't think that's how this is going to play out, so let's just see what all the options gives us.
Chiralium contamination is severe. Some areas have it worse than anything you experienced back in the UCA. The timefall storms are growing more intense as well. And, as you can imagine, everything in their path is subject to temporal acceleration. Objects and structures degrade rapidly, while animals and humans grow old and frail in the blink of an eye. Timefall often precedes the appearance of BTs there too. So you should do everything you can to stay out of it as much as possible. There are many other dangers though. The rivers can flood in an instant, and earthquakes happen daily.
Seriously, why me?
There are several reasons I thought of you for this job. Deadman for one. He's currently working at a lab in...
Member of Bridges, Deadman studied BBs and supported Sam on his mission to establish the UCA. Deadman initially told Sam that BBs are little more than pieces of fieldware and ordered him to dispose of BB-28. However, after helping the BB recover from autotoxemia, he began to empathize with it and eventually started referring to BB-28 as Lou. Just like Sam, prior to joining Bridges, Deadman was a coroner and would often have to dismember corpses. He was born from an artificial womb and was given organs harvested from dead people to make up for the ones he was lacking. As such, he is a mixture of the living and the dead, and does not have a beach of his own. This is a source of great distress for him, as Deadman himself has confided to Sam.
Southern Mexico. I don't know the details, but the research they're conducting there is important. Very important. And there are certain things he'd like to tell you in person.
That was one reason. You got more?
I do. And this one's serious. There is some BT territory near that lab I mentioned. They monitor the chiralium levels, and recently, they've observed unusual activity. The cause is still unclear, but they seem to think there's a good chance a massive BT is headed their way. And if they're right, then I want you there, ready to kill it before it kills them. Don't forget, Sam. You were the first person in the world to ever take out a BT. Mexico has no shortage of beached things. Spirits of the dead washed up from the other side were stranded there just like everywhere else. Any human corpse that hasn't been properly disposed of will become a BT. And any living human that comes into contact with a BT will get dragged into the depths of the tar. Giant BTs can and will emerge from the tar as well.
Okay, yeah, the recap
And
was a
if
bit
they
better than
succeed
mine.
in consuming a
but
living human being,
I had fun.
they'll trigger a void out, destroying everything nearby in a massive explosion. Several Mexican cities were wiped off the map in this way. The survivors have since become divided and isolated. As most people cannot see BTs, they live in fear of them, and that fear has made them too terrified to venture outside.
I guess that makes sense. But something's still bugging me.
What?
All this talk about extending the network into Mexico. Isn't the UCA basically expanding their territory? Taking control? Claiming it for their own?
I would assume nothing less from a government.
It's not like that.
Maybe their government
They're
isn't
not
controlled by
trying to take over
billionaires
the
like
world.
ours.
They just want to link up new areas with the chiral network. Like the internet before the Death Stranding. Public infrastructure to connect people. Which is why, instead of turning to an established government agency like Bridges, the UCA contracted a private organization like ours, who
Deliver cargo to cities and other human settlements that they've been left isolated by Death Stranding. Porters have a hard life, with chiral clouds making the use of drones and aircraft impossible. All deliveries must be made over land, where timeful and BTS pose a constant threat. It is little wonder that they are considered to be heroes for the work they do. Some porters work for Bridges or other private organizations, while others are effectively freelance operatives. The effects of chiral contamination have led to some porters becoming addicted to delivering cargo. This is known as drone syndrome and has been observed in the mules who operate in the UCA.
then decided to employ the services of a freelancer like yourself. So please, Sam, won't you help us out?
Nah. Hit me up on the next one, though. Maybe I'll change my mind. Ha! They would. Alright, I'm gonna just play this up, because I'm curious to see what... Are they just gonna make us do this whole... Does she leave? Or did they just say, nah, we're going back in time, because there's no way you just said no. Why even give us the option if we can't say no? You know? And it's Kojima, so I feel like it's worth checking out again. Plus, we get to look at this adorable little chunky monkey. I love a fat baby. Ain't nothing better than a chunky little baby.
No! No!
-61.
Okay, that was pretty funny. Had me for a second.
Yeah, all right.
So you'll do it?
Uh-huh.
I know you're gonna make me regret this.
What about Lou, though? It's not like I can take my kid with me.
And why the hell not? I mean, maybe not for the fights, but we
If I
took
do
her before.
Can you hold the fort for me while I'm gone? Play babysitter?
We're inside the network. There's a child care app I can use.
That's pretty dope. But she broke in too easily. Who's to say they can't? Whoever they are.
It'll be fine. The lab is only a few days away. I promise he'll be back before you know it.
You know how many broken bones I'm gonna have to give you if it's not fine?
Link up the region as you head south, and come home safe. We'll be waiting.
Yeah, I can't die. I don't think it's me we should be worried about. I mean, worst thing that happened to me is I get trapped somewhere, I guess. She don't understand. I thrive off revenge. I wake up in the morning, wash my face, eat some potato Oreos, and get revenge. Every morning. Don't give me an excuse. He's got that same look in his eye.